Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Demon Tech Digital. I am Neo. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the AVerMedia Live Streamer Cam 313 or PW313. This is supposedly 1080p at 30 frames per second. It's got a slide for privacy, and it's supposed to be one of the better, I guess, streamer webcams, for lack of a better term. So we're going to go ahead and crack this bad boy open and take a look and see what's inside. So I'm going to be using my Spyderco Manix 2 actually. Now keep in mind this is going to be difficult because I've got 50 different things in my face. So let's go ahead and crack this open. Try to do this without actually getting in the way of too many things. Okay, right off the bat, I really like the packaging. Seems legit. Right out of the gate, I can see that this is going to be very useful because this is for a legitimate tripod stand for a real camera. So now I will say the slider is a little bit loose. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I can adjust it somehow, put something in there, but it doesn't. You can see how jiggly it is, but we'll see. We'll take a look. Let's see what else we got here. It's yeah, wanting to fight a bit. Okay. So get rid of the foam there. That's really nice foam. I like that. It's high density. Take a look at this. We've got some basic literature. We won't need that right away. Put the foam back. Just a standard cable. USB. Looks pretty nice, actually. It swivels. And it's basically on a ball socket. So, oh, and the speakers actually move too a little bit, which is nice. Okay, now that's just stupid. But I am going to, let's see what else we got. Oh, this is for the mounting, so you can mount to your monitor, which I was actually worried about whether or not it was going to lean forward or not, but it does. So, and you also have like a pivot. See, look at that. I mean, it'll stay put, but well, we'll see what we can do about that. You know me, I'll customize anything if I can. So I will go ahead and get this on the computer and we'll take a look at the software and what else we have to play with. Hello. Okay, so we are back, and this is what the AVerMedia live streamer webcam 313 looks like. PW313. Looks pretty good, actually. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Now, I will say a couple of things. All right. One thing to note, first and foremost, this is a fixed focus camera. Okay. That also means fixed lens. That means that you will not be able to do things like zoom in and out. You just can't. I had to kind of jerk the system around in order to do what I did. That I'll leave that for another video. Needless to say, the quality is good. I had to adjust the default settings a bit in terms of color and saturation and things like that to get it dialed in the way I wanted to for this. And as you can see, it looks like white light, but in reality, it's kind of that piss yellow incandescent light. I mean, they're LED lights, but it's got that yellow glow to them, that warmer glow. I can't stand them. I like a white light, but it is what it is, right? But this camera actually allows you to adjust enough to get that right, to dial it in. I also adjusted the contrast and things like that to get it the best that I could for my setup. Now, one of the things that I add, because I'm going to talk about some bad stuff too, but I want to get to the good stuff first, the pros. The fact that you can get it at all is a pro in this weird time we live in right now, with the pandemic being the way it is, and with a lot of people working from home and having to touch bases with their supervisors and what have you. Like if you're working normally in an office job and you're working at home, if you're a businessman or something like that, and you need a webcam, it's really hard to find the C920 at all. So that would have been my first choice. And I apologize, AVerMedia, but I'm going to go with what the consensus is. But I will say this, the only reason would have been because it has zoom and it allows you to manipulate the actual lens itself a little bit better. Got autofocus, things like that. Now, I don't use autofocus. I hate autofocus because autofocus is not smart. Okay. It just will cut out in the middle and just all of a sudden blur, and you're like, I didn't do anything. And you have to adjust it. I usually, with my Logitech C525, I just disabled autofocus and cranked up the sharpness and left it. And that was it. And it worked, or the distance. So, and that was it. Now, I absolutely love the fact that it actually does come with a built-in LED indicator light to let you know that it's on. I didn't think it did at first. Upon close inspection, I couldn't see one. And I was a little bit disappointed at first. But once I turned it on, I noticed that little blue light kicked on. It's actually hidden behind the microphone grill on which would be the right side of it. If it's facing away from you, it would be on the left side if it's facing towards you. So it's on the other side of the slider, basically. So, and that's another thing, is the slider feature. That's really, really cool. Because yeah, you never know, now I will say, as far as the software is concerned, not a fan at all. You get very basic functions that any software that deals with a cam has. As a matter of fact, I adjusted this through OBS's settings. I did not adjust it through its software, because the cam engine software is a little poo. Yeah, you get these stupid, janky little effects that you can put on your face, like a cat with, ears and stuff like that. But really, that's a gimmick, okay? And a fraction of people are going to actually use it. I've seen people get excited about it, and I'm just like, wow, you're a 30-year-old grown man. You're getting excited over cat ears. You need to get out more. Joking, but at the same time, not. At any rate, one of the other cool features that I really liked about this camera is the fact that it has a mounting socket for a regular tripod one that you would use for, let's say, a DSLR or any other normal average camera that you would, like even an old school film camera, those tripods. I have one that I will be using for this cam. And yeah, it's got a screw hole in the base that you mount that to. So I have already tested it. You can mount it on a tripod. That will be cool. So the one thing that the other thing that I love about the base itself is the fact that you can just sit it on a flat surface and you won't have to worry about it moving. Whereas the Logitech that I have, it's not designed for that. The way that it sits on the monitor is cool. So it's got some really cool features to it. Now, like I said, one of the big downsides is the fact that it's fixed focus, meaning that you can't zoom or anything. So you'll have to figure something out if you want it, or just leave it the way it is. I mean, I personally think 2021, man, come on. These things should have some kind of zoom to them. Seems like that's going by the way the dodo these days. Their zoom features going away, when in reality, if you're a streamer, that's one of the components to the cam that you really want, is a zoom feature, so you can zoom yourself in and make yourself more pronounced on the cam so people can see you. Because what's the point of watching somebody if they're literally that tall on this big massive screen? So it doesn't make any sense. But be that as it may, it is what it is. I like it. It's a good solid product with a couple of small caveats. Did not test the microphone. The one thing I will say about, in addition to with the software, is it did crash a couple of times, but moreover, it did something wonky with my system. Now, that could very well have been the fact that I had my C525 not running and it was completely deactivated in OBS, but it was still in the same source as this particular, the AVerMedia. And all my RGB lights just poof, they went away. And it scared the bejesus out of me. They went away and then they came back up and the cam froze up, and I even rebooted and all that stuff. So it could be the software. I'm not sure. It could also be the fact that I had two cams on one source. And even though it was deactivated, it might not have liked it being there. So we'll see what happens. At any rate, and I'll leave it alone for now. It could have also been because I changed cameras too. So, but either way, that did happen. So be advised. Anyway, the last thing I want to discuss briefly pertains to zoom. Now, as you're looking at me right now, the reason why I'm as close to the camera as I do is because I cheated. Okay. If I was going to do this in a different video, but it's so brief, it doesn't matter. If you look, I used what I call a mask. Okay. So you look at what you get on the screen right now. If I remove the layer mask, this is what you get. Okay. I had to resize it that big to get me just in this part of it. So it looks relatively normal because of the fact that it doesn't zoom in. If it zoomed in, it would be, much smaller, but that's okay because I don't mind, I don't mind showing off my room or any of that. It's just that I want to be the primary focus, not Spooderman. But that's about all I got. I would say that this is a good entry-level cam. It's, I would say, a mid-level price because, yeah, you can get better ones for more expensive, this, that, and the other. But $70 on Dell, $60 or no, $70 on Amazon, $80 on Dell. You aren't going to find better for that price point unless the C920 comes back in stock and is its original price and not scalper prices. All right, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Y'all take care, stay safe. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.